Hello everyone and welcome to QualityOldGames. Today we are having a new series, namely Europa Barbarorum 2 mod for Rome, Medieval 2 Total War. And let's start the campaign. And I think we are going to start with Grand Campaign, and of course difficulties will be very hard. Then a question for you. Which campaign should I take? I think I would want to take Romance as a default, but if you wish me to have some other campaign, please feel free to make your opinion known, so I will go with that. At least Romance will be easy, so basically this is my first time playing this mod. So some things might be new for me. And of course then there are these, my impossible campaigns. I guess we won't be starting with those. Very challenging. Seleucids at least have rather large starting area, but very hard, very challenging campaign. Carthage would be rather nice for starting the game. So feel free to suggest what campaign, or rather what faction I should have in the first campaign here. The default is Romance, and unless there are no comments soon, I think I will go with that. Macedon, Epeiros, Koinon Hellenon. Ptolemaioi, Bactria. So, I guess with Romance it is then. And we can have long or short campaign. I think we are going to go with long one. And let's give it a go. Okay, thanks for the comment, Kuchi. I hope you will enjoy them. And by the way, Dusk, thank you for the preliminary comment here for the stream. At least if this opening cinematic is the gameplay footage, it looks nice enough. at least compared to the vanilla Rome Total War. Okay, so there are some Latin sayings or paraphrases, and this appeared to be from Julius Caesar himself. So region must be taken. Okay. So we have several family members that could be questers, and new guys are on the flight, it seems. And Regium is somewhere. Okay, so we need to control these areas, and a total of several different areas. Peiros and Eleutheroi are enemies. And let's see. So we have some 10,000, I guess, denarii. And there is one army here, another army here. And perhaps we should make some improvements. Perhaps ports or roads would be nice. To be honest, I don't really know the systems too well here, but I think roads at least will be beneficial. Perhaps we could raise taxes a bit. So, especially all tips will be very welcome from you guys, since this really is my first playthrough of this, so I'm not that well versed on the gameplay mechanics yet. But let's see if we can take down Quintus with Manius Valerius. There are some missile units, it seems, at least, and some skirmisher, or rather these are perhaps heavy infantry. Oh, spearmen and warriors. Okay, let's see how the battle goes. Looks rather familiar medieval 2 graphics. Skirmisher cavalry, equites, triarii, Principis hastati levies. And some hoplites even. So I guess this will be the main battle line. And skirmishers will form a back line there. And then there is hoplites and cavalry to the flanks. And let's see what the enemy will do. They're in position there. So I guess we will move a bit closer. Perhaps. And it seems these guys cannot go to phalanx formation, or at least the system is different here than in Rome Total War. And let's see if we could flank the enemy with some of those troops. And it seems these enemy cavalry units should start taking some damage rather soon. It's, by the way, nice how these guys run a bit forwards as they throw the spears or pillar or javelins or whatever they are throwing. A nice addition to the game, kind of gives the impression that they are trying to get some strength behind the throw. Okay, it seems we are doing okay in the battle, at least for the moment. Now the question is, should we try to run down every one of the enemies here? I guess these are not rebels, so it might be good to make sure that these guys won't be fighting against us a second time. That's quite a lot of spearmen still running loose. I guess this is enough. So not too many casualties. And there seems to be basileis of Bactria, kind of kings of Bactria. Next turn. Oh, it seems we have a fleet right next to Rome. Perhaps it should be sent to defend some of the settlements there. Okay. So that Eleutheroi army is threatening Arminium at least. Okay, some important information. Okay. So we have some 3,000, but I think this army here needs to move against that enemy army here. So that's a rebel army. Guess this is cavalry, yeah. And the general itself is quite tough. Etruscan hoplites. Retainers, I guess swordsmen. Swordsmen. Spearmen. And skirmishers. I think we have what it takes to beat this army. At least hopefully. Let's try to put the spears to the front. And then the infantry behind them, and then have the skirmishers do I have actually any skirmishers? Yes, one unit, but that's it. That might actually be a weakness, but let's see. So the enemy has cavalry on its left flank, which means that we need to form our forces a bit differently. And if the enemy is really moving against us, as it seems, we need to be ready for that. Or are they just repositioning their troops? At least the cavalry is on the move. At least these battle musics are interesting, but I guess they have some semblance to the music that was played during Roman times. Skirmisher cavalry. All of them are skirmisher cavalry. And are they actually about to attack? Let's see if we could take or circle behind them and actually force them to fight against our own cavalry or infantry. But apparently they are not taking the bait. So it's time to advance a bit. Okay, one skirmisher unit is on the move again. And it seems we caught at least some of these guys. If we are able to take down the rest of them, it would be rather nice victory. So let's try to keep the enemy general in place there and engage with spears. The situation for Equites looks a bit dire. Okay, these guys have no missiles left. And let's see if we could use these guys to flank the enemies. And it seems we managed to beat the enemy cavalry quite well. So it's only that left flank of ours that's still fighting. Okay. They are breaking. They have broken their maybe those skirmishers were ordered a bit too boldly to the battle there. And let's try to break the rest of the enemies here. And I think the battle will be ours quite soon. Okay, good. A victory. But I think we want to chase down quite a few of these enemies still. At least some of the horn sounds are familiar from Medieval 2. And I think I just want to make the rest of the game a bit easier by taking down as many of the enemies as possible, since I really don't know how difficult this will get with some time, or as the campaign progresses. Hello Necromancer, welcome to the stream. So how about you guys in chat, have you played this mod at some point? So not too many enemies remaining, but I think the general survived. Minus 15% movement. So does it mean that we don't move as much? I guess we can auto-resolve this one. Okay. Thanks for the info. I think this seems pretty nice. I cannot say a more, let's say, complete comment at this point because my experience is rather limited. So some slingers, light infantry, skirmishers, and spears and cavalry. I think we should be able to beat that army as well. Of course, the question here is, should I try to engage the enemy armies or should I go after the enemy settlements instead? But let's try to take out these armies from our flanks so that they don't get to our rear. Okay, one cavalry unit on the flank. Let's see if we could engage it first. I'm a bit worried about those slingers because they have better range than we do. So neutralizing this enemy cavalry threat there, and then trying to hit the enemy slingers with cavalry would likely work out. At least some enemy skirmishers are coming to aid their cavalry, it seems. And it seems the enemy general is heading that way as well. Let's try to turn around so that we shouldn't take that much casualties, but I think that move practically forces us to move. Okay, so it's our cavalry that's getting routed. I don't think we want to bring the general there. Let's see if we could do some damage to enemy missile units, since they decided to pull back their cavalry support. And then let's move some spears to support our right flank, in case the enemy general decides to return. Oh, those are spearmen. And those as well. And let's hope our general can get away. Okay. So I think we should be doing okay at the moment. Thanks for the question, Francis. Actually, I haven't played stainless steel either, so I don't know. This at least seems to be like a fun mod and is running quite smoothly. It's rather large one. I think it took, what, 20 to 30 gigabytes to install this. But of course, this seems to have quite a lot of content. So I need to try that stainless steel at some point, so I can answer your question. If you, someone else in the chat have played both of these, please share your thoughts about which one is better, stainless steel or this one. By the way, Francis, have you played some modded Total War? Be it, for example, Rome 1 or Medieval 2 or something else? I have sometimes played, I guess it was Third Age Total War. But my experience with mods is rather limited. Okay, not too many enemies left there. Perhaps we should get some reinforcements if we are to take some of those enemy cities there. So at least the graphics seem to be okay, and well, at least some of the enemy factions' turns are taking some time before being completed, but I guess that's okay. Okay. Could you elaborate a bit what kind of mods those radius mods are? Are they about kind of controlling some area around your general so enemies cannot move or... It seems almost all of the enemy commanders we are facing are better generals than ours. Funny description, this man though, through incompetence, idiocy or perhaps just a lack of experience, has no ability as commander of men. I have to say those historical information in the loading screens are quite nice. So let's see if the enemy will position itself in the high ground. It's taking me a while to get to identify those different troops from their images. Oh. Okay. Thanks for the information. That sounds really interesting mod. And I guess especially the right flank here needs to be secured well enough. Skirmisher cavalry once again. Let's see if we could force them into a battle. At least here the AI seems to be avoiding getting flanked quite nicely. Okay. And it seems here they are willing to engage. Unfortunately, our number of cavalry or many cavalry units is rather limited, so that might be a bit of fight for us. Okay. One enemy cavalry unit beaten, 2 to go. I don't think we are able to take them on. Oh, that's going to hurt. I think we should be doing rather okay. Of course, the flanking maneuver needs to continue there. Of course, our general is taking some damage. Be great to have that cavalry unit break soon. At least the battle tactics here seem to be working quite similarly compared to the original Rome Total War. So it seems the enemy cavalry is beginning to be neutralized, and I think we could bring our skirmishers to help flank the enemy. And finally we have taken down an enemy general, and of course the cavalry should focus on hunting down the rest of the enemies. And I guess these guys can go hunting the fleeing enemies. Nice. Even with very hard difficulty, I think the battles are manageable. And I have to say that they feel surprisingly easy. Perhaps the indicator or the initial indicator of the battle difficulty is not quite accurate, or then the very hard battle difficulty is not so hard after all, or the Romans just are OP in this mod. And I think this is enough. Not quite many men lost, but almost the whole enemy army wiped out. Okay, so the enemy army has been taken down. And finally we are having a general with some command abilities. And there is rather nice selection of mercenaries to be hired. So they are quite costly. What about the upkeep? So compared to, for example, Hastati unit, not too bad. I guess the initial cost is a bit higher. And of course perhaps the upkeep cost as well, but not too bad. And the stats Hastati is 10, 20, 16. Well, these are 6, 9, 4, 18. I guess these are okay units. So, apparently I could get some mercenaries as reinforcements. Maybe next turn. Okay, hello Raven, welcome to the stream. And is there a city somewhere, or is this part of Messana? I guess not. Brettia, Eleutheroi. And that's Sicilia. Okay, so they should be different provinces. And let's see if we can make something. Ludus would increase income. Let's build that temple to Minerva. And can we actually build something else somewhere? Apparently not, but I think this army here could most definitely use some reinforcements. So let's make one Equites unit, at least. Perhaps we will hire some mercenaries. So I guess Lilubim is a Carthaginian city. Okay. That's quite a lot of reading. Okay, a new family member. Okay, region found. And we are at war with these guys as well. So that's quite well defended. This is not so I guess Taras will be our target there. And here I think we can besiege Felsina. It will last only 4 turns, so I think we are... Oh, now there are some new mercenaries. Let's take some skirmishers. And okay, so Manius Valerius Maximus seems to be rather okay general at the moment, but I think we will train our own troops there. Ah. So there is an enemy army there. And I guess leves or levies, how do you pronounce them? Would be nice to improve public order in Arretium. So about the northern front, I think we will try to minimize casualties and try to starve the enemy city out. And that's what we are going to do, especially with this city, even though I'm going to get some siege engines, but I think the best solution is to just to try to starve them out. Nothing to build in Rome, nor in Capua, and these cities are already building. So let's try to save some money and see if we can build something next turn. So, Shrine of Ceres. I'm just wondering, should I build that Ludus, but maybe I should make it in Rome. So, 2 turns and 5 turns. And we can buy some mercenaries here. So it seems our characters are getting some skills at the very last. So, do the roads bring some benefit? We are having famine here. Interesting. Here as well. And civil unrest. Perhaps we should build this field of martial games in Ariminum. And oh, and it seems we even have a spy here. Okay. And I think we should be able to get the city in the north next turn. Celtic skirmishers, levy spears, Celtic spearmen, Celtic swordsmen, Etruscan hoplites, and I guess these were heavy infantry. And a bodyguard of 120 units. Interesting. And it's okay. So let's fight the battle. Oh, and it seems the game crashed. A small moment. Hello, JMC. And it seems the game crashed pretty much the whole computer. That's a bit unfortunate. So, it seems I need to restart the game, most likely the computer as well, so it will be a small while before I'll be back. Sorry about the inconvenience. So, thanks for your patience. Is it so that the game doesn't make autosaves? And I cannot... Well, at least that's one aspect of the campaign I don't like. So I need to remember to make autosaves, or rather manual saves. Okay, hello Eric. Welcome to the stream. Well, at least the beginning will be a bit swifter here. I'm just going to make one save here to see it really works and does not crash the game. And in order to get things going a bit faster, I think I will just recruit some more units and leave making buildings a bit later time. Yeah, Actually, I haven't played this mod before, but it got quite a nice amount from the votes in the poll what to play next. So I guess this is quite popular mod. Okay, thanks for the comment, Dusk. I take it you have played this quite a bit. Am I correct? Okay, so there is that army we need to deal with. And let's get at least the principes to join the army there. Okay, so actually the mod crashed a while ago, or rather the game crashed, and it caused the whole computer to crash. Have you had similar experiences while playing this? Does the mod crash often? It seems the enemy is usually positioning their cavalry on the right flank from our perspective, so let's see if that's the case this time as well. Perhaps I should try to gain some altitude for the army before engaging. So if the enemy just allows us, let's try to maneuver ourselves on that hill there. Rather try to flank them. And it seems they are allowing us to come here. That's really polite of them. Okay, it seems we were caught a bit off guard, but at least we should be able to return fire pretty soon. And how do actually the animations of getting hit look like? I think these graphics look rather nice. At least the AI is doing rather decent job in making sure that it doesn't get flanked. Or at least it's making decent job there initially, but when the battle commences, I think the AI's performance drops a bit. Don't crash. Okay. Once again, sorry about the inconvenience. It seems I need to restart once again. So, welcome back once again. So, still one more try. So it seems auto-resolve wins the battles, but the losses are quite heavy. And I guess those Balearic slingers will be quite good. Let's save, just in case. And it seems the problem is with the battles, especially since the first crash came when the battle was about to begin, and now the second crash came in the middle of the battle. That was rather the cavalry heavy army. Actually, that heavy infantry is taking quite nice amount of beating. Can the slingers do some damage as well? It seems they actually can. Nice. Thanks for the question, Ken. This is Europa Barbarorum 2. Let's see if we can roll this flank here. Okay, good. And that should collapse pretty much the whole front there. Since the skirmish mode is not working quite as it should be, then again it doesn't do that in the vanilla Total Wars either. I guess those skirmisher units after the slingers there. Okay. So, finally a victory. And pretty decent one at that. I was a while afraid that the game would crash once again, but I guess I just need to make another save. Okay. And then we have a rebel army there we need to deal with. Perhaps we should raise taxes a bit. How much money it will bring? About 300, so raising taxes and hiring, for example, one of these guys is a worthy trade. And let's fight another battle. So it seems the enemy cavalry is on the left flank, or rather on their left flank on default. So that should give us an edge when placing the troops. Perhaps sending these guys to take care of them should be enough. And this group can be used as flanking force. Of course, if we could engage the enemy cavalry with these guys, it would be quite nice. So Hastad is heavy infantry, interesting. And Triari Principes are spearmen. That at least differs from the original Rome. I'm not quite sure if that really is the case. Oh, that was actually surprising breaking of these guys. Perhaps they kind of saw the cavalry right behind them and that caused them to break. Yeah, I agree with you, YJ, and I think it applies historically as well. And of course, in the vanilla Rome Total War, that's the case. I'm just wondering if the unit mechanics of Medieval 2 are such that the game kind of functions better as intended in the campaign, so that if they are labeled as heavy infantry. So that could be one explanation for that. but it seems cavalry is quite efficient in these battles, so perhaps I should make some more cavalry units. So I guess that's enough, especially since we took down their general. It seems there is some original version of guitar there. Okay, good. That army is taken care of, and I think we will go towards Taras. And here I think we do need some units. I think, I'm not sure. Thanks for the question, YJ. That 10 missile attack with quite a lot of ammunition seems rather nice, and the AI seems to be targeting slingers quite aggressively. So based on that, I would say that they are rather good. But I have to admit that my experience with them is rather limited. Oh, and let's remember to save. And actually, I don't. Perhaps it's best to engage. Let's try to take that initial enemy army before moving against the reinforcing army. But I think we should be able to take out both of the enemy armies. And of course now there is another hill which might cause us some problems. I think we will see about those skirmishers pretty soon. Or slingers, rather. I've gotten used to those firing arcs in the Rome Total War Remastered, so I'm constantly looking for those here as well. So at least those skirmishers are moving against us. Let's see if we are able to take them down. Okay, at least those javelins will work. Hitting these guys in the back might be quite effective. It seems the slingers are doing some damage, but nothing really good. So perhaps I will just utilize the cavalry to take the rest of the enemies out, and perhaps some of these. So, that should be it about the initial army. And then we should be able to have the high ground when facing the next enemy army. And of course, the cavalry seems to be on the right once again. And actually, the number of ammunition for the slingers seems to be rather small. And it seems that enemy army is actually going to attack us. It's always nice to have a defensive battle, especially downhill. So some spearmen, heavy infantry. And it seems their right flank is stronger and ours as well. Let's see if our spears could draw those cavalry units in fight. I guess these principes need to hold the line there. Oh, and they are exhausted. Not good. Fortunately, they are withdrawing those guys. And could we actually do some damage from this side here? Okay, so only 5 units or men down with full volley from slingers. As an answer to your question, YJ, I would say that slingers are not particularly good in this mod. Oh, there is enemy cavalry there. At least some of the enemies are starting to flee. And it seems our general got caught in the middle of this battle here. Okay, so that explains that, yeah. Okay, those are breaking. I think this will turn into our victory. Even though the latter part of this battle was quite difficult, I guess. The main reason is that I run my men into position, so they became exhausted quite a bit faster than in the original Rome they would have become. So have I understood correctly that EB1 was made for the Rome Total War? Okay. And I guess this is enough for this battle. Not too many of the enemies got away. Okay, nice. And perhaps that unit can be sent for retraining. This one as well. And we looted the enemy camp, but apparently we got no money out of it. I'm just wondering... Perhaps we... Oh, there is full enemy army. So I guess we will retreat next to Arretium. Okay, so the currency here are minas, I guess. Not sesterces or denarii. If I remember correctly, mina is a gold coin, whereas denarii and sesterces are silver. Do you remember about the coinage in ancient Rome or ancient Greece? And let's remember to save. Okay. So let's recruit those guys and hire some mercenaries if we need. Oh, and we had that spy. That's quite a large bodyguard. I think we should be able to take that city next turn likely. Or at least besiege it. Okay. And was 1 drachma about a salary from a day's work? I guess 1 denarii is a salary from a day's work. And let's besiege the city, so the gates would be open. But I'm not familiar enough about the tactics here about sieges, so I think we will just maintain the siege at least for now. And from Arretium, let's get some reinforcements. Can we retrain these guys? Apparently not. So let's besiege Felsina and get some reinforcements from mercenaries. And let's not forget to save. Should we send actually these guys to Rome to be retrained? So that's 1600. Interesting retraining. Oh, that was Principes. Whoops. Okay, so it's pretty much in line, and since those have experience, I think it's wiser to retrain them rather than to merge them. Of course, we'll see whether that experience will remain after retraining the units. Okay, so a mina is a bit more valuable coin. Okay. So I guess that's pretty much in line then. A farm worker would have a daily salary of about 1 drachma. So that would make yearly wages of 4 minas, I guess. Well, let's hope we can capture the city soon, as it seems our financial situation is not very good. And of course, I need to remember to save at the beginning of next turn. So, next turn, the siege here should end, and I think we should move some more troops to Arretium in case of that rebel army attacks. Okay, so basically it seems Carthage managed to conquer Messana, which is interesting because those Greeks, or whatever they are, have a quite strong military presence in the area. So, the first time the game crashed, it did about right after this battle was loaded. So let's see what happens now. Okay. So once again, there is going to be a small pause. Okay, thanks YJ for being in the chat. Have a good night's sleep. Yeah, actually I think the classic ones are the best ones, mechanics-wise, even though the graphics are not as up-to-date, perhaps not the sounds either, but I think the mechanics are usually or pretty much solid gold. Well, the amount of money gained from there wasn't too much. Tributary state or pacificatio regionis. Let's make it our own region. And perhaps it should grow a bit. And let's save. And let's see about assaulting Taras. Will it crash then? If there is a crash, I think the stream is done for today. And if I can get this mod to work without crashing, I think I will continue it. But if not, then we have to think of something else. I thought the gates were open, but apparently not, and it's a good sign that we actually have the battle map here. So at least some of the enemies did abandon their post on the wall. So we are facing skirmishers, spearmen, I guess archers, since they are Toxotai. And let's see if we could just march in, since this spy should have opened the gates. Okay, we can do that. Nice. So let's bring in some infantry then. And I think these hoplite should be able to do at least some damage here. Okay. Those are starting to break. And we have some enemies incoming. So there is Hastati as well. Okay, it seems the battle is progressing rather well. There clearly is some issues in city battles. So the enemy general is there. bring these guys here. Hello, Bangeles Aikaterines. Welcome to the stream. It seems that some of the units on the walls are not acting as they should. For example, these guys seem to be frozen in here, and these two units pretty much frozen there. So if they don't unfreeze, I don't know if I can win the battle here. And of course, if you weren't here about some time ago, there were actually 3 crashes of the game this far, associated especially with battles, so okay, thanks. And it seems all kinds of dating sites are really interested in this stream. I've deleted at least, or kicked out at least 4, I guess, different sites or something like that from the chat already. Let's actually try to push past these hoplite. So perhaps we could break these and then make sure... Okay, apparently that won't be working. But with perhaps these guys it could work. Yeah, actually I think the battle is well in hand there. So, most of these guys seem to be frozen. And these guys are doing nothing here. And also this unit of Triarii. Okay, so I can command them to come down from the walls, but I cannot command them to attack those. Okay, so it seems now they activated. So it seems the difficulty was that I shouldn't use the attack command, but instead the move command to resolve the issue. Hopefully, by the way, those javelins here work well. Is this a timer for controlling the city center? If it is, that's actually really long. in my opinion. Okay, nice. A clean victory. And we are strengthening our grip in Italy. To be honest, I don't actually know what large address aware is. So I guess I'm not using it. And let's specify this region as well. Okay. So perhaps finally it's time to begin some construction projects. And let's save, just in case. And I think we have a turn. Okay, I need to do that. Thanks for the tip. Or advice. And of course it would be nice to know where region is. I guess it's somewhere around here. And we could make a raiding fleet, actually quite expensive, to be honest. Okay, welcome to the stream. Lumpy indeed. So I guess that's bad. So we have Alba again. And then let's send out the slingers to snoop around here, Mediolanon. And there should be something like Batavium, I guess, there. At least there is a large army, if nothing else. I think it's time to consolidate our areas a bit before marching against next enemy. And that's actually the first time AI is attacking us. It seems they want to have at least decent enough superiority before attacking. Okay, I guess I need to check that out as well. And we are besieged this time. And after the pacification, it seems some buildings can be made. Oh. Okay, those can be combined. And I guess these two will be sent to be retrained. And let's save. So we can hold out for 3 more turns. I guess we need to prepare to aid the settlement. And in Roma, I think we could make ludus. But I guess this will be everything for today. Thank you very much for watching. If you like the content, please leave a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Okay, I have understood, Mangeles, that quite a few my followers do love this mod, so that's why I keep going with it even though it has crashed. But let's hope I can solve that issue before next stream, which unfortunately will likely be only after about 2 weeks. But I'll inform you beforehand. So, have a great rest of the day,